Hello Aquarius, welcome to the astrology section of September's spell check. And I give you a very warm welcome to the reading. This is the first of the air signs, your sign. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful time. In September, I think it's going to be pretty good for you. I think we want to get you some clear messages because I feel like you need some answers. And we're going to crack on and see if we can get them for you. So I'm going to be using my Animal Spirit Guidebook deck. And I'm going to be reading from that for you. And we're just going to get on with the messages. Okay, so what can we tell Aquarius? What animal can set the stage for our dialogue? What can we find out about Aquarius this month? Okay, and you've got a couple there. But I'm being divinely guided to this beautiful, colourful turtle. How lovely is that turtle? There's a lot of green in there, so there's a lot of heart chakra energy for you, my little turtles, for September. So let's go straight to this reading. Okay, so then this is water energy, obviously. It is a turtle, so we would expect it to be water energy. The turtle says this is an ancient soul, grounded, trusting, and at home with their self. Well, you are the water bearer, Aquarius, and this turtle is water, even though you're an air sign. But it's like you being this old soul. Sometimes this can be things happening, you think, well, I've done this before, I know this already, or some of you will be taking some relief in that fact because you'll be thinking, okay, well, it's all right, this worked out before, we can make it work again. And that is going to be the energy for you in September. It says, it is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water. Elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers, as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. So when you're in balance with your turtle energy, you feel peaceful, adventurous, and productive. But when you're out of this balance, you feel slow, almost like things have come to a halt and you've been grounded and stopped in some way. So it wants you to bring into balance and be adventurous. So basically, to come out of this stagnant energy, it means you need to be more adventurous about the things you're doing, the places you're going, the people you mix with. And of course that means coming out of our comfort zone, doesn't it? And this turtle, you know, is swimming around in this emotional environment and having to mix with other turtles and meet new other turtles might be a bit frightening at first, but can be just like this beautiful, beautiful connective energy that would be very, very good for you, Aquarius. Okay, let's pull some tarot. What exciting messages does the tarot want Aquarius to know? Okay, this one is, they're all sort of falling out in a weird way. Okay, Four of Cups, your first card. Second card, Five of Wands. Third card, King of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. Eight of Swords, wonderful. That means more adventure, like we just said. Coming out of something that felt like you were there a bit too long, quite frankly. And then we have this Eight of Pentacles at the back. This is you building and starting new, trying to build a new connection or material items. Sorry, there's a fly stuck in my window and it's really irritating. I think you might have felt a bit like this fly. I said about being stuck, didn't I? Going round and round in circles. Well, that's about to change. And it's saying that any hard work, perseverance, or just you know, telling yourself that things are going to be okay. You've been working hard in order to build this new future. And for some of you, that will just be as simple as you trying to get through something and to the next stage, this like idea of survival. But, you know, perhaps you felt like you were just surviving. You were this little turtle flapping around in the water, but treading water. Now you feel like the right pentacles have been put in place and the growth is going to kind of perpetuate you forward. And there's this new landscape in the background. For some of you, this could be moving, setting your sights on something bigger, higher. For some of you, this can mean like small businesses. Somebody might be setting up their own business, really spending time to cultivate these pentacles in order to spend in the right way, or to plan in the right way, or to just let things come together and grow. That's the overall energy for you this month, is understanding that there will be growth. Growth is coming for you. It just needs you to be patient, Aquarius. Four of Cups energy. This is somebody that's kind of feels, I've been waiting for this to kind of work out, or to change, or to something to give. And quite frankly, I'm not that pleased with the outcome. I'm not that pleased with how things have panned out. It's time to move on, Aquarius. It's time to stop crying over spilt milk, and it's time to start finding a way to fill those cups back up in a very different way. For some of you, I feel like there'll be some emotional gift this month. So there'll be somebody expressing some sort of love for you this month, I see. You may not be very receptive to it. In fact, you might just be too late. You might be like, no, it's too little too late. You know, I told you that I was building these pentacles. I told you I was working hard. I spent a long time trying to sort some of this out, and it's too late now. We're too far on the road. This Five of Wands suggests a lot of challenge in this area. So maybe for some of you, this is why you're just over it now. Because there have been too many words spoken, too many actions that have hurt, too much, you know, confrontation maybe with somebody. And it feels like something has been dishonourable. Somebody hasn't been fighting fair, or somebody's not being very upfront, and you've been a little bit in the dark. However, King of Pentacles, he sits on his throne, very stable, very capable. He has been through quite a lot of battles that maybe he's lost in the past. But it's like he's matured now and got to a different stage in their life, and now there might be times that he is fearful for his environment, his life, but ultimately he has this big fat pentacle on his lap that he can always go to in order to be secure and stable. And he knows that he's earned this, by the way. Nobody gave him this. He earned this with life experience, with blood, sweat and tears. And now he's going to be able to sit on this throne, and he will be the ruler of his own destiny, of his own life. Nobody else to make those choices, just this energy, this earth energy. Can be male, but can also be female. But it's like this energy of the breadwinner, the main earner. But that is like kind of just you now. Yeah, and it's like this king is not complacent about any of it either. He knows what it's taken to create this life. He may have had worries, concerns on a financial note at stages of his life, but what he ultimately realizes is that he's got this. He or she has got this. They can create their own stability. They can make their own life safe, balanced, happy. And they know that they are somebody that kind of holds the key to that. Nobody can do it for them. Next to it, this Eight of Swords. No more self-imposed prison. No more telling myself, oh, you know what, that's all right really, it'll be okay. No, we're ripping off the blindfold. We're telling ourselves some home truths. And in doing that, we're freeing ourselves. We're freeing our energy. And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now it feels like something has been offered to you for a while, but you just haven't been ready to detangle yourself from all these swords in order to accept this gift that divinely wants to come to you. It's a passionate gift. It's something that you really want as well. And it's kind of saying, okay, so it's on its way. And the more you can come into this headspace where you let go, surrender, release, the more the gifts can come in. Or maybe the gifts have been there the whole time, but you just haven't seen them because you've had your blindfold on. But something really wants to grow for you. Yes, there's this energy, like a divine energy that tells you, Aquarius, that you are a really good soul. You've put the work in. You deserve it. You've earned it. You deserve love. You deserve the green light to wherever that is you want to go. And rather aptly, this Six of Swords is kind of assessing what needs to be done. And this might be something that needs you to be very organised in your way of thinking. You need to be very diligent in order to move forward. So you have to make sure, you know, you dot the I's and cross the T's. It's that energy this month. Make sure you have all the knowledge you possibly could as you steer yourself forward. You know, the water, there's a current in this water and it's emotionally pushing you along. And it's pushing you forward. The universe wants you to move forward and they're going to try and do everything they can to sort of help you float that boat in the right direction. But ultimately, you're steering it. You're steering it. And Spirit have just said to me that you've not steered your ship clearly for a while. You've just been you drifted a little bit. That's okay though, sometimes we all need to drift a little. Just so that we're so uncomfortable where we are that we know it's time to move. I mean, the idea is that you go with the flow of the current and the flow of life. But some of us will try to paddle backwards, won't we? If we're not comfortable with where the current's taking us. Okay, can we put Aquarius an affirmation, please? Okay. Oh wow. I am a winner in everything. On this card it says today, but I feel like you're going to be a winner for the next coming month and certainly for September. Things are going to work out fairly. Growth is coming. You are deserving. It's like spirit guides and angels say, you are deserving, Aquarius. You've put in the work. You have a loving heart and we want to reward you. So remember this affirmation for the whole of September, please, Aquarius. Take care. Welcome to September's Astrology SpellCheck. My beautiful Gemini twins. I hope you are living life to the max, being adventurous, and just being the little gems that you are, because you are little gems. I have a lot of close relationships with Geminis, and yeah, beautiful little beings. Can be very serious at times, but you know, only when they deem the seriousness is much needed. So, where are we in the year? Well, we're coming to a close now, aren't we? And I did say in the collective reading, which I hope you have watched, that we're in this 9th month of this climax to cycles or changes. And kind of, it feels like whatever we do in September, especially for you Geminis, it is going to be kind of really important time. It might be quite pivotal to everything else that you're going to be doing for the rest of the year. So I am using my animal spirit cards initially to tell a story, I guess. Tell your story. And we're going to look at this animal or being or living creature, and we're going to see how this resonates for you. We're going to see what it's trying to tell us about you. Well, one side of you, because you know we often have these two sides of you, don't we, Gemini? That we have to get to know both sides of you very, very well in order to know the whole person. And yeah, let's see what the animal spirits got to say for you. Right, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I'm going to read from my book as well for this card, and I'm going to pull some tarot. Ah, I love this card. This is the sea serpent. I don't really like snakes and serpents. Nothing against them, but they're not my faves. But I do love this card, because I always get the feeling with this card as well, this is like a giant eye. It's like this all-seeing energy. And I think for you, that's like seeing the bigger picture, maybe. Of people, places, you know, stuff that's kind of going on for you. Okie dokie. Where are you, sea serpent? Reveal yourself. Okay. So rather than the other elements, you know, what we're used to, this earth, air, water and fire, this sea serpent is a bit different. This is like a spiritual energy. So for some of you, this feels like it's going to be a really spiritual month of September. And by spiritual, I mean like you understanding why you're doing the things you're doing, or doing them with the people you're doing them with, or just this sense of something bigger than just what you see in the mirror every day. Understanding that there's way more to all of us and our story, and you know what we're doing and why. So it talks about this healing emotional wounds as well. This is this watery energy that the sea serpent resides in, expressing desires. This could be very deep depths of desires for you, Gemini, and you can be quite deep like that, as we know. You can keep your energies really deep within. You pull them down as far as they can go until they're just yours, and then sometimes they can just explosively bob up to the surface. And this sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true nature. For some, this could be a loving energy, so this could be your partner and the people that love you. They sort of wrap you around even when maybe you're hard to deal with. Or maybe when you don't express yourself that well, they still continue to wrap you in love, which is rather beautiful, isn't it? It also suggests for some of you, this is the nurturing, mothering energy within you. This depth of acceptance for the people in our lives that we protect and we love. And it's really asking for us to be open, for us to be more open and understanding. And for some of you, there'll be something linked to this within your home environment in terms of needing that to be a very safe, nurturing environment while something grows. That growth could be all sorts of things. It can be this inner and outer growth, can't it? Yeah, that kind of signals something that may not be on the surface is growing deep, deep within. You know, you are an air energy, Gemini, and sometimes, you know, you conceal your thoughts. And at times, you don't even know you're concealing your thoughts because it's not intentional. It is something that comes very natural to you. It's like an old friend. Some of this hidden secrecy. It's not secrecy as in by nature. It's just because you're an air sign and because you deal with things internally on such an extent before you even dare reveal them to the external world. Sometimes to the people that are on the end of you, your loved ones, there's a time of, well, they could be confused by what, you know, what's going on, what you're doing, what you're thinking, these sorts of things. The Magician in reverse. Okay, the Sun card. Wow, we've got a lot of major arcana here. The Ten of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. That's a female, well, it doesn't have to be female, but for somebody that is a female earth sign. So somebody in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your life, Gemini, who has got their shit together. And that might be some surprises in store for September with that. Some surprises for you. Okay, so on that note, we have this Ace of Swords. Divine moments of clarity and thought. You might feel like, oh wow, I've had that light bulb moment, but actually the universe has placed that moment, and that universe placed it really carefully so that you kind of understood the dialogue at the right time. In the physical, this can mean that you suddenly are this beautiful orator where you express yourself in a new way. You're being given this gift to deliver the message, maybe in this more kinder, beautiful way than maybe you have done before. Perhaps this is this revelation of you finding your words, finding your meaning, Gemini. And this can be a really beautiful thing for you. You know, this is when you go, okay, I understand myself a little better now. And if I understand myself better, the chances are I'm able to communicate in life more successfully. And you know, these aces are like really amazing gifts. So maybe you are going to reveal some major skill in terms of communication in your job. Perhaps you're going to get a message within your working environment that's going to kind of come out of nowhere. It's going to kind of slice through the crap and change things. It's going to cut away anything that isn't needed and maybe develop this new landscape. But it feels like it's the right thing for you. Whatever it is, it's going to be justice. It's going to be you moving in the right direction. So then we have this Magician card in reverse. Magician card for me is can be Virgo as a reader, but it just feels like Do you feel the magic has gone out of something? Or maybe you're seeing things in such a different way that you've overcomplicated things and overthought things. Well, we know the air energy can overthink. But when you overthink things to such a degree, it's like you lose the creativity in it, don't you? It's like all of the spontaneity goes out of something. You know, when we're trying to control it way too much, and you know, this can be a problem. This can be a real big problem. The universe wants you to see the sunshine again. Be in your Leo energy. It might be that you need to do things with a partner or with somebody in a really basic way. Something very simple. Maybe it's just a walk through the meadow in the sunshine. Or something that you did as in your childhood that you loved doing. Maybe you need to just go and find that again and re-energize yourself. The sun re-energizes people and things and plants and the earth. It makes things grow. It opens things up. Perhaps some of you are going to go on a break in the sunshine, and maybe it's very much needed. This Ten of Wands is quite a heavy energy, Gemini. What have you been worrying about? What problems have you been making worse yourself? Have you completely overcomplicated a situation, a scenario, or an interaction? Have you been a little bit misguided in how you needed to do something in order for it to be successful? It feels like you've maybe prevented yourself from some things. You have two aces now, but this one's in reverse. This is your Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you've been looking for something to change in your materialistic environment. Have you been hoping to come into a bit more money? Have you been looking for a pay rise, or just generally, you know, wanting some more stability and security? That was one of the collective affirmations this month. I think spiritually, we spoke about spiritual awareness as well, didn't we? And asking ourselves spiritual questions. Spiritually speaking, it might be that sometimes you have this inner feeling, or you're guided from inside to take some action or to go and do something or create something, and this overthinking prevents you, stops you, blinds you. And actually, you need to just look at what's staring you right in the face. And what's right in front of this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is this Queen of Pentacles. She, this divine feminine, in all her splendor, is offering that pentacle. Maybe you missed it. For some of you, perhaps there's potential for a relationship and you've just completely been blind to it, or you've not seen it. For others that are in a relationship, maybe this Queen's been offering you all of her majestic power and love and advances, and you've been a little bit closed off to her, perhaps. Maybe it's time to understand that this person, or this might be, you know, a monetary gain, whatever this has been to you of some value, whether it's a person, a place, or an item, the universe has wanted to offer you it and has guided you towards it. But of course, potentially, we don't always see that, do we? Sometimes all this other stuff's going on in life that gets in our way and blinds us from what is staring us in the face. Sometimes we want to make a meal of it. Or for some reason, maybe you have been making a meal of it, Gemini, and now we're going to lighten the load. We're going to start to lighten the load. We're going to start to see things a bit clearer, feel a little bit more motivated again. This Five of Wands sometimes can indicate battles, combat, conflict, all those difficult energies. And perhaps you have had those. Perhaps, we have seen some conflicts. Sometimes those conflicts are very hidden because they're maybe not verbalized, but they're there. There's like an energy. Everyone's aware of it. It's like this elephant in the room scenario. But because this is at the end of your reading and it's under this Ten of Wands, which is also a bit of a not being able to see the wood from the trees, this energy feels like, okay, let's spread this energy about a bit. Let's carry it differently. Let's carry it together rather than me trying to do it all by myself. Let's get help. Let's get guidance. And let's empower, that support. Sometimes, Gemini, you just want to go it alone and be strong and then maybe whinge about it slightly at times. We all have a whinge, though. There's nothing wrong with that. We do sometimes need a bit of a moan. But instead of saying, okay, well, maybe I can't do it all by myself. So instead of, dropping to the floor by the weight of what I'm trying to carry, maybe I'm going to just distribute that in some way. And not see it so much as this arduous task, but see it as, well, this could be exciting. You hold that one, I'll hold this one. And together we can collaborate. And maybe we just might make this whole experience much lighter and happier and more joyful. You're heading that way anyway. You're heading towards accepting your gifts. Because actually, if you was to look around, some of the things that have presented themselves in your life right now, Gemini, are pretty freaking awesome, actually. And yeah, there are other times in your life where if you had some of the things that you have now, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how lucky am I? How wonderful is this experience? But there's been it's been a bit tiring this year, actually. It's just been a lot happening. This is this tiger year that I've been telling everybody about. We've all felt a bit like that, actually. So don't be kind of put down by that. Don't let it beat you down. Keep getting back up. This month, you have star quality. You are an absolute star, Gemini. And you often shine. You're not somebody that isn't aware of their sparkle. I think, you do shine and other people know that you shine and they see your light. But this month, they want you to know that things can get easier. Things can get easier. People will understand who you are, what your message is, and that can lead to much brighter days. Have a wonderful, beautiful, smashing September, my lovely Geminis. Hey Libra, welcome to the SpellCheck astrology section for the month of September. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe when you check out these readings. I hope you saw the collective that would have come out first of all. I do tend to do them in that order. I like people to see those collective messages first and then sort of tally it along with their own astrology. So I hope that you've been able to do that. But if not, go check it out. Have a look. So in today's reading, I'm using my animal spirit cards. These wonderful little babies. That are a really precious deck for me. And we're going to look at the energy of those spiritual animals. And then we're going to see how that resonates for you. So, what can Libra expect? What animal has the biggest message for them? Cosmic egg. Wow, I love this cosmic egg. I mean, I'm not good with snakes, I'll be honest, but it's palatable in this deck because they are so beautiful. cosmic egg feels like a gift, Libra. Not gonna lie. Feels like a really special gift, actually. And I don't know, maybe you know what that is already. Or maybe you've been waiting for this cosmic egg. And because I have been speaking about like the numerology of September, it's a 9. 9s are when you're just about to complete something, or it's kind of the most poignant part of the journey before you then conclude or end. So I think September is definitely going to see that energy for you, and I think it's going to be quite an exciting month, Libra. So the cosmic egg talks about completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite, basically the finish line. So the cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. Gosh, a lot of tongue twisters in there. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time. So big long journeys for you is what this is trying to speak about. When you've tread this path and there's been so much effort that you've ploughed into something, and these experiences have really given you this self-realization, a sense of contentment and oneness. Spontaneity arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness. This potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded if the cosmic contract written at the beginning we hold on to in life, life holds on to us. So the journey is complete, but it does not end. Interesting. These are these kind of like bigger energies about this whole cycle, and how from the moment, you know, we're conceived and then born, and then we grow, and then we're coming into this stage of our life where it's like we've been waiting for something. You've been waiting for something, Libra, and it feels like this month is really going to see us kind of this come to fruition. But perhaps it's not going to come in the way you thought, because it's like I was also getting this need to communicate with you that maybe you have been holding on to something. And you know, if this snake was to coil itself around this golden egg too tightly, it would crack. And I feel like this is a message that you need to be aware of, that when we hold on to things too tightly, we, you know, can damage it, can damage the process, or we can change the process, and maybe we weren't meant to smash this egg that was gifted to us. We were just meant to hold it and show it warmth and let it grow. Again, this can be your spirituality it's talking about. Sometimes we go through spiritual journeys, those of us that are spiritual, and we really try and understand everything, and we know that we can't. Because spirituality is very much about stuff that's energetically going on around us, in us, but we can't always see it, you know. It's not like looking out into the garden and seeing the trees and the grass. The spiritual growth is something that grows within and can't be seen by the naked eye. So sometimes it's our biggest struggle, isn't it? Okay. Wow. I feel like this cosmic egg is really important for you this month. It's like something you have been waiting for. I feel like there's been a lot of conflict around you, Libra. Kind of like this energy of you felt that other people held all the power and you didn't hold the power, and in doing so you were powerless. Of course, that's how it works. So have you been feeling powerless, Libra? Well, I hope we can change that. I hope we can really start to find some answers as to why that is not necessary. Okay. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Moving past troubled waters. Navigating yourself away from something that has not been good for you. I think in September you're going to celebrate something that has ended. That sounds kind of back to front, doesn't it? But that's what it means for you. It's like you're celebrating that something has now passed. Something is over, and the people that are the closest to you, and they know your heart, they know what's in your heart, understand everything about you. They're celebrating with you because they know that you're coming into this place that's way calmer and less stressful. I feel like you've had a lot of stress. And of course, you know, this cosmic egg is shielded by this snake that I spoke about. And snakes shed their skin a lot, don't they? And they shed their skin in order to rebirth almost, regrow, new growth. And to kind of present this new, fresher existence. Some of you, maybe you're going to have a complete identity change. Maybe, well, not identity change, but maybe you're going to have some sort of makeover. You're going to be looking very different. Seven of Wands in reverse. Your passions and your sense of victory have been masked, covered up. I think you felt very defensive. I feel like all your spontaneity had left you behind recently. And perhaps something was passionless. Let me have this Four of Wands in reverse. Was your home life passionless, Libra? Did somebody leave you feeling cold? And I feel like this snake energy protecting this cosmic egg. I think maybe you've had to make some decisions because you've had to do what is right for you and is going to protect you. You know, Six of Wands. This person's shielding, but moving away from something that was not good for them. They understand that all of these swords are in this bow. So some things are hard to erase from our mind or our memory. Or to, you know, some things we can't unhear. But at the same time, those things are part of our past, and we have to kind of have an acceptance of that. Because, for instance, if these swords were to be pulled out of this boat, the boat would drown. It would completely fill with water and sink. So I think there's something that's been around you that you've understand was making you feel like you were sinking. There was a real call for this forward movement. You know, you've got a lot of fire energy in here. So either this is a person within the fire energy, because obviously you're in air energy, so maybe you've had to go to the depths and find the fiery side of you in order to survive, because this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So if these are people within that energy, then that could be the case. Or it could be that you are needing to summon up the fire in your belly in order to move forward. Successfully though. This card in reverse Shielding, needing to shield, needing to protect, needing to do something differently, make some changes. But it's also a little note saying to you, make sure you don't forget the lessons that this has taught you. You've had some challenge in some area, but you've had massive amount of growth as a consequence of it. You know, you've really grown as a person for whatever this is. This might have been a really difficult time within a job, and maybe you've been holding on and holding on and holding on to something, and you just realise, you know what, this isn't working for me. I'm not flourishing. I don't come home feeling happy. I don't feel home thinking that was a good day, you know, that was exciting, that really inspired me. You know, quite the opposite. Quite this jaded, tired feeling. But that's all set to change. September's going to start seeing you get on your bike and ride into the sunset. Maybe this is leaving something for you again, because you've got 2 cards now that suggest movement forward, balance, understanding. There's a lot of yellow in this card, this Chariot card. And this yellow is kind of symbolic of your solar plexus. This is your core strength in your body. And if our core strengths are depleted or aren't in a positive energy, we feel tired, restless, indecisive, irrational, you know, all these kind of out of balance energies. And I think it's fair to say you could probably identify with, you have felt that. We've got a lot of yellow and a lot of green. So yellow is this core strength needing to develop, and the green is your heart space. So it's something that's hit you on a really deep level. It's caused a lot of pain, I would say, Libra. I think there's been a lot of pain somewhere, whether that's physical, emotional. But we're kind of like, yeah, we're going to lick our wounds. We're going to let our scars heal, and we're still going to move forward. We're still going to move forward in this Chariot energy, because that's going to be really important in September. What's the saying? Whatever kills you makes you stronger. Well, I feel like this could be important for you to know. Okay, so affirmation card. Today, I am a magnet for clarity. Not just today, of course, because these are monthlies. So I think this month could be you kind of seeing things for what they really are, or seeing somebody for who they really are. And this works in a very positive and negative way, because the positive of that is that you know those really good people are in your life that build you up, cheerlead you. They're the people to surround yourself with right now. They're the people who understand where you've been and what you've experienced. And you know they're going to be the ones basically celebrating with you in this, because this is a very celebratory card, by the way. This 3 of Cups is about some emotional triumph. Yeah, it could be you having a celebratory beer with the people you love and saying, we got through this, or we got to the next stage. Things have become clear. Go away, fly. Sorry. Things are going to become much clearer for you, Libra, in this month of September. And, you know, then we're leading on sort of towards your birthday time of year. And I feel like it's going to be a very successful birthday month in this year of 2022, because let's face it, we've had some shit so far. Take care, Libra. See you next month. Welcome to my water signs, and I'm going to start with Cancer for the first reading of the water signs. So welcome to September's SpellCheck astrology section. Hope my little Cancerians are having a fabulous month. We're starting this new month, and I did talk to my other groups about how what a wonderful month September is for all of us. Yeah, it's a good month, it's a transitional month, where kind of we see the seasons change, but you know, we change with the energy as well, don't we? Of course we do. So I'm going to be in these readings using my animal spirit deck. So these are all these lovely animal cards. Ooh, upside down. And that's going to be kind of starting the reading and really giving it some structure about you and telling us things maybe you need to know, maybe have some guidance for this month. Then I'm going to be using some of my Everyday Witch tarot deck to tell us a little bit more of a story, what we can expect, the exciting news, the fun things, and maybe how to deal with some of the more difficult energies and topics. And then I'm going to pull you one of my handwritten affirmations for you to kind of use for this month. Okay, so where should we start? So I think I've been telling the other groups as well that we have a full moon on the 9th, and this full moon is, as we know, when all our energy can sometimes sort of reach fever pitch, can't it? Where all of our communication comes out and things that need to be said and done kind of just do happen. And I don't know how much you're affected by the moon energy. I know I am, certainly. I definitely know when we see our new moons and our full moons. And yeah, we have also a new moon on the 25th. I think that's a new moon in Pisces. Yeah, so this is a time when we need to sort of motivate ourselves to think about new things, plan how we're going to do things, what we want, you know, this sort of thing. Focus our energy. Okay, animal spirits, what can we tell Cancer for this beautiful September month ahead? Okay, there's a few falling out. I'm not taking more than one, so I'm selecting this one. We have the Lion. Oh gosh, Syl is here. Hi Syl. We have the Lion, so can be card of Leo as well. Maybe you might be affected by a Leo. Might be some of the dialogue I'm going to give you now is related to a Leo, or maybe it's just this fiery energy of this king of the jungle spirit that is going to be really prevalent for you this month. Okay, so this is fire energy, this Leo, not Leo, sorry, this Lion. And this is this energy of, like I said, motivations and passions and going for things that seem important. Okay, so it talks about this Lion energy needing to be patient, but this is like this regal energy and you sort of mastering lots of things in this coming month. The Lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A Lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the Lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the Lion as hard to access or very aloof. Yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our guest begins. Okay, so when the Lion is in balance, it is the epitome of peace and strength. When you're out of balance with your Lion, you feel withdrawn and very serious. You need to it's talking about to bring this into balance if you are feeling a bit withdrawn. If you have been kind of, not going out, not mixing with people, just not feeling like you want to be the life and soul of the party, then that means you're kind of out of balance with your rhythm. And they want you to do some meditation and spend time with people. So maybe in September you need to focus on spending time with people if you've been a little bit out of sorts. And the Lion energy, it's kind of, it sits very peaceful, but it's very powerful. Very powerful. So to access your power this month, Cancer, I feel like it's asking you to spend time with the people you love. You know, you're very much a person of that energy. Cancer, you're very family orientated. And yeah, that might be important for some of you listening to this. You know, if it's not family, it could be your tribe, your people that feel like your family, your close friends, and those people that energize us rather than take away from us. Okay, let's pull some tarot for my Cancerians. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Sun card in reverse, and this again, as I said to you, this Sun card was really talking about this Leo energy again. Okay, interesting. The back of the deck, King of Swords. We have the King of Swords, which is this underlying theme, and interesting because you have the Queen of Swords as well, and these are counterparts of each other, of a couple. But being that their swords, they sit in this air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, this could be a couple that are really starting to communicate better with each other and understand that you both have these strengths, but they're very different. The King's strengths are being concise, being very strategic, very knowledgeable, planning ahead, and this Queen, she brings this femininity and this kindness and truth, and her honesty is like a really beautiful part of who she is. So maybe that's you and a partner. You can spin and flip the gender to whatever. It's not specific. It really is sort of talking about this energy. Okay then. So Knight of Wands, fire energy, more Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And it's really asking you to move forward on something this month. Has there been something you've been driven to do or to change? And it says that you kind of feel a bit more empowered to do so now. Something's switched up, something's fallen into place, timing feels right, and the universe is asking you to move forward, like the lion does when it's in its power. And, you know, this could be in love. We talked about this couple and this relationship. This could be this sexual energy. And it's really interesting, actually, before I mention that. So I've just talked about this Knight of Wands. It's very sexual, driven, passionate energy. And then in your reading, you also have the King of Wands. So these are both fire energies. But this one is kind of, the Knight is not quite at the King's stage. They're not as dominant, say, so to speak, with those passions. But, you know, they're very honourable and they wish to move forward and learn, gain the skills, gain the understanding, so that they can then become the king. The king is, whereas this energy might be moving at a bit of a faster pace, the king has this understanding that they don't need to move as fast because they are skilled. They have the techniques and the skills and the knowledge, and they're just empowered. They're generally more empowered, the king, because they understand they have everything they need in order to accomplish some goal, or to just move towards, if this is passion and love again, it's your passion moving on up the scale this month. Something happens, something presents itself to you, and you're in this Queen of Swords energy where you're weighing it up, but you know, you're looking really good, you're feeling really good about yourself. And if you're listening to this and thinking, actually, I'm not really in that balanced stage, remember what I said about this lion needing to interact more, but in a way that really feeds them. So with people that feed them and, like I said, energize them, rather than, you know, this energy of people that take away from you or stress you out or seem to cause problems where there aren't any. So yeah, it feels like conversations maybe had this month that it's like you're talking about things that you want or you desire, and you're moving in a much more controlled way. So even though you're moving towards them fast, you're doing it with this balance. She's completely balanced character, and she rules with fairness and honor. So this talks about this energy of somebody very, very honorable, somebody very respectful. And this kind of Knight of Wands wishes to come into union, I guess, with this Queen of Swords. And that might be those energies within you. So there might be the side of you that overthinks things, and then there might be the side of you that wants to kind of ride this horse by the seat of your pants and go for something. And you're really trying to come into balance to work out how to do that, because you have this Sun card, this Leo card in reverse. So it's like, I think you holding yourself back a little bit from something. What have you been self-doubting? What are you not allowing to come into your life at the moment? Something really wants to shine and grow and motivate and all of these wonderful things, but you're for some reason not quite ready to let that in. I think it's the past. I think the past has had some grounding on this. There's been times in your life, Cancer, in the past that you felt very powerful and very in control of things, and I don't know why, but maybe this year not so much. So this Queen really is saying, well, I want to get back to that. I know that's who I am, but I need to do it in this really open way. Maybe some changes coming up. Nine of Swords, but in reverse. So I think you've had a time of overthinking, but it feels like you are coming out of that with this Queen of Swords as well now. It's like she's understanding her thought processes better, limiting, you know, the negative side of things in, and really trying to move towards this positive time in your life where you move away from isolating yourself and being stuck in your thought, because this person is kind of worrying about everything that could possibly happen, sleepless nights, you know, feeling quite stressed. In reverse, it's like we're coming out of this period, coming into this September transition, which is where you say, bollocks to that, you know, it just keeps me stuck, and there's absolutely no need for it. I need to start making the changes so I can be in my Sun energy and I can take control of things again, like this King of Wands would. A King of Wands is somebody that, maybe it's you, maybe you're in the energy, that feels spontaneous. Sometimes when we're in Swords energy, we're not spontaneous because our thoughts kind of dim our light a little bit and tell us, oh no, you can't do that. It's, look what happened last time you did that. It's that kind of voice. And I think there's been an element of that leading up to this for you. But it's like you kind of want to shed that now. It's time to drop the drama. Ten of Swords, massive drama. You know, if this is people, this is people's communication getting very muddled, crossed, things you say being completely miscommunicated, you know, at times you getting dragged into other people's mess, and this Queen of Swords says, no, we don't do that, we don't need to do that, or we need to wield our own knife and our own blade, and that's having responsibility for our words and our thoughts, and understanding that this is just a bit of drama. But in this particular deck there are two lots of Ten of Swords, and this is the everything is fine Ten of Swords, and it's in the upright, so it's telling you that this is kind of a green light to go forward with some project or some new thing that you really want to do, and just let go of all this kind of idea that you can't do something. So it's saying in the month of September, Cancer, there needs to be more yes I can attitude than no I can't. Lovely, we like that. We like that. We like to see you, Cancer, in your strength rather than the latter of, you know, being very negative. Okay, can we give Cancer an affirmation card for this month. Don't forget to check out the collective reading as well. And if you can like, share and subscribe, wonderful. Really appreciate that. But in that collective reading, I gave an affirmation. It was very much about safety and security. And so whatever we pull out for this card, we really need to use that alongside that other affirmation. I am stable. I am secure. Okay. So nothing's jumping, nothing wants to come out. Well, it has now, but so what that's telling me, guys, is you have been finding it hard to be positive recently, and in September that's all going to change, but you're going to change it. Okay, so I am a magnet for serenity, so I don't need to worry about the stress. Sorry about that, my washing machine's going off in the background. I just realised it's quite loud. So it's quite loud as I'm saying that you need serenity. So it's about minimizing the background noise of your life. That's the people, the places, in order to attract this beautiful serenity where you can really hone your skills and your passions. Have a wonderful month, Cancer. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to the SpellCheck astrology section for you for September. Don't know why, but I've been really excited about doing all the readings for September. September feels like, I don't know, a full stop up until the year so far, and like something really very different is coming for us. And yeah, I don't know, we're going into this second sort of stage of the year where things are just, I don't know, they feel like they might be quite powerful for us. Exciting, exciting. Hope you have checked out the collective spell check for everybody. If you have, don't forget to like, share and subscribe the pants out of it. Really does help in terms of the channel's exposure, really, I suppose. So then more people can get access to the readings, which is really my aim, I guess. Because the more people that see it, the more those energies can get out there, and those messages can get out there for everybody. Okay, so these readings are a bit different this month. I'm using my animal spirit deck. Those of you that kind of check out my Instagram as well, which is Pegasus, it's time to fly. No, sorry, Wings Pegasus 1111 is my Instagram. Yeah, I'm mixing up this channel. Obviously this channel is Pegasus, it's time to fly. Kind of go by the business name Pegasus and the Witch, and my Instagram and my Facebook kind of vary a little bit in my setups, but ultimately Pegasus is the spirit guide I work with. It often pops up in my readings and I often comment on them when I see white horses, especially in this deck here, which I'm using, which has lots of white horses in it. Okay, so the animal spirit deck. Let's pick a beautiful card for my Pisceans, so we can really set the stage, set the scene of what messages we want to give you. I want to give you some guidance for September, Pisces. And kind of there's a new moon in Pisces this month as well for you guys. Got one, okay. On the 25th, sorry, 25th of this month is a new moon, but it's in your sign. So there could be a message in there for you as well. So you have the tiger. Wow, very interesting. It's one of my favourite animals of all time, the tiger. The tiger kind of prowls, but it can also be quite restless. But it's extremely powerful. And we're in the Chinese year of the tiger. On my website, I have an article all about this Chinese New Year, what it means for us all individually as what animal we fall under. I'm actually a tiger, and I don't know about you guys, but this year has been a lot. It has been a lot. There has been moments of absolute joy, moments of shock. For me, moments of heartbreak, where big changes have happened in life and they've had huge consequences. That then, some events change things forever, don't they? And once they happen, they that's it, they've happened, and you have to evolve and transform with the outcome. Okay, so we have this tiger energy. I'm going to read from the book for this tiger. There it is. And of course, this is fire energy. Fire, fire, fire. So this is the lunar force, and I did just speak about the new moon, didn't I, for you? It says, ease within darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in this stillness except the awakening of your own power. I think you're going to be very powerful in September, Pisces. You're very powerful anyway, but it's interesting actually, because your power is more of a quiet power where you just gain knowledge and understanding, and you kind of put all the ingredients together and then you sit back and let it evolve. That's kind of what you're capable of doing on a mass scale. It says, when in balance, the tiger is passionate, strong, and sensual. When you're out of balance, it's like you're overstimulated. So your brain can go round and round and round. And this is this restlessness of the tiger that I spoke about. You know, where you're pacing. Have there been some energies leading up to this month where you've been sort of on edge, pacing, wondering what's going to happen next, how things are going to unfold? And the tiger energy is really asking you to just sit within your own power and know that everything will just unfold perfectly. And yeah, you don't need to over stress about it. You know, maybe there's been some sleepless nights over some specific area of life. And in September, the universe is asking you to just trust in yourself. Trust in your power. Work with, you know, the lunar calendar this month, Pisces. So yeah, there's a full moon on the 9th. So yeah, work with the moon's energy. I don't know if any of you have crystals or you kind of do that, but I always put my crystals out to charge. But I also like to put like a jar of water out to collect moon water, and then I use that beautiful moon water in all different areas to cleanse, to meditate on, and to just bring about calm. First card is the card of Judgment. Very Scorpio energy for me, Pisces, this one. But it's really talking about you sort of becoming more aware about some area of your life, needing to take the rose-tinted glasses off, Pisces. Is there something staring you right in the face that you have missed, you're not focusing on? September is really going to awaken you to something, and it's going to just feel right. Something's going to feel right. It's going to feel like it was meant to be. And I think in the doing of this, whatever this is, it brings you this beautiful clarity. It's clarity that you have been desiring for quite some time. So it feels like this is significant as well, because your second card is another major arcana. These are both major arcanas in the tarot. And major arcanas talk about this journey of understanding the world we live in, the people around us, ourselves. And you have this Hermit card, which is the card of Virgo. It's really going within to what's real for you. Concentrating on what's real. It's asking you to be grounded. I did talk about that as well earlier. So sometimes some of you maybe need to get out into nature. Do whatever it is that switches your brain off. And this beautiful meditation would also be really good for you. It's kind of like introspective thoughts as well, kind of going within. But this is like the more positive energy of thinking, because it's not overthinking. It's like giving myself time to think healthy, positive thoughts in order to achieve something. Feels like for somebody, you have this like star qualities. There's something you're really good at that wants to open itself up to and wants more people to know. It doesn't want you to keep these gifts or these talents concealed. It wants you to share them in some way with other people. And it feels like you were meant to do that. You were meant to do that. Like this is a job. Perhaps you're being seen for your skills and your talents, and people are finally sort of understanding this wonderful, wonderful person that you are, Pisces. And you are truly wonderful. Then we have this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps we need to watch our money a little bit this month. And that doesn't mean you can't spend it. It just means spend it wisely. If you're looking to make a big purchase, take time to do all the research that you need to do in order to make sure that you do the right thing. If this is like energy and investment in people or places, it's asking you to maybe drop a negative approach. So, you know, if you're going to give to somebody of yourself or of your money or of your time, do it from a place of love. Do it from the right place. Don't sort of half promise something and then not deliver on it. They're saying to me, put your money where your mouth is, Pisces. But it's really asking you to invest in something. Okay, Strength card in reverse. Again, another major arcana. Feels like something's very significant coming for you in this month, Pisces. And this in reverse might feel that you don't feel that you maybe are as brave as you could be. Maybe you don't have the energy to be as courageous in whatever this is that's asking you to invest. It's card of Leo. The Leo card keeps coming up. It came up in the last reading. You know, Leo's as the lion, even though we've got the lion and the tiger now on the table technically. These are both really powerful, two very powerful energies, or people, if they were people. They're very different, but very strong and beautiful creatures. Perhaps the message for you as well in September is don't be scared to appreciate difference. Don't be scared to welcome something into your life that is perhaps not your normal type or your normal thing or how you would normally do things. It's saying that in September, stay calm because things may look very, very different for you. And we have this Four of Cups in reverse, and that's really, of course, this is water energy, your own energy. So this could be you. It feels like this is you. And where I just spoke about this lion and this tiger are both beautiful, both graceful, but very, very different. It feels like you'll be careful that you don't miss something this month through this feeling that you don't recognize it. If this is a person, this person could be somebody you just did not see coming. And when they arrive, they're just not what you expected or what you felt you normally were driven to do or to be around. It's asking you not to rule it out because it could be amazing. It could be fantastic for you. Don't miss the opportunities. Yeah, your other water sign, Cancer, had this exact one. So Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, be discerning. You're this very refined character. You can be this very refined character. It just is really quite beautiful in their nature and their spirit, like the tiger again. This person kind of gets noticed and is seen, or they are heard. People listen to your words. They're listening to what you've got to say, and they're viewing you very in this sense of admiration. I think you're going to be admired by many in this month, Pisces. And yeah, I think that could be very, very good for you. Be open to stuff, Pisces. Don't limit. Be open to stuff. Be prepared to see things differently. And there's some message about your material items. In order to gain more, you need to give more of yourself in some way. You need to grow in some way. So maybe for some of you that is going to be study. September is a month where obviously lots of studies start again, don't they? People go back to school, back to college, you know, university sort of kind of opens back up. People start filtering back to their campus and so on, don't they? So it feels like some sort of investment and courage is needed for some of you that are going to start these very new things. And you are powerful because you are the tiger and the lion. But this lion is a little bit in reverse, as I said. But that's okay. Because we're always, I guess we're all a little bit less powerful when we first start something, don't we? Because we don't really know too much about it. We're not familiar, but this message is saying that sometimes the most wonderful, creative, beautiful experiences are when we feel like we don't know anything. And then as I say that, I am learning new things. Yes, I knew it. I knew this was what was going on for you, Pisces. This is going to be a massive learning curve this month for some of you. And the lesson really is to move gracefully and in your power. And don't worry about what you don't know. Just be absolutely open to everything that's on your pathway. Take care and have an amazing month. Hello, Scorpio. How the devil are ya? To my lovely Scorpios. One of my faves, obviously, because I'm one too. September. What have we got to look forward into September? Well, I have to say, a very exciting month for a Scorpio. There's a lot of kind of twists and turns and all the good stuff. And we're going to definitely be in our very own Scorpio transformative energy, seeing as it is a very transformative month. It's a month of kind of change, resetting stuff, moving into uncharted waters, this kind of thing. But, you know, nonetheless exciting. So, for the readings this month, I am using the Animal Spirit deck. And yeah, I spoke about that in the collective reading that I'd be using this deck. Beautiful deck, love it. Belonged to somebody very, very special to me. Isn't here anymore, isn't around us anymore. Not physically. But oh my goodness, his energy is. I have a feeling he's going to come out in this reading as well today. If you can give us some beautiful messages about these cards, we would love that. We would love that, sweetie. Oh, okay. All right, already unpredictable. That's definitely you, isn't it? Unpredictable, darling, every step of the way. Okay, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And let's get on with your reading. Okay, I'm going to just cut the cards. Wow. So you have the buffalo. Very enduring. Somebody very strong, capable of dealing with very intense situations. And does that not just describe you, Scorpio? You know, we're often described as intense, and I think people kind of confuse intensity with mysterious. We are quite mysterious little beings. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book what this buffalo wants to tell us. It's kind of a lot of purple in this card, I will say. And yeah, that feels like this third eye energy for you. Very intuitive beings. This buffalo, of course, is earth energy. So I feel like it's wanting to give us specific messages about our life here on earth right now. So So, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of this mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Death. There we are. Transformation. Scorpio, death card. I will not be surprised if your card doesn't come up in this reading. You know, we sit in the shadows of life and death. We are part of the 8th house energy, which is all about this transformation. And it's come out in your buffalo today. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time. And may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. So when this buffalo is in balance, we feel trusting, we feel pure, and we feel present. When we're in imbalance of this buffalo, we feel restless, that we're lacking something, and that we're just not being as grateful as we could be. To bring into balance is asking you to go into prayer. But for those of you that, you know, aren't religious, don't pray, don't believe in prayer, it's as good as taking a quiet moment to sit and reflect. You know, bring the tempo down from life, perhaps, for a moment. Be grounded, you know. It's still quite nice weather, isn't it? So if that means sitting out in the garden or doing some gardening or going for a nice walk or something like that, that's just as easy as anything to bring you back into balance, Scorpio. Because you do need your own quiet time. As much as being sort of centre attention as you sometimes can be, but you are very private as well. So having this time to yourself may be really important for September. Or just this time to chill, to relax. Take the foot off the gas. Interesting. My water energies, all of the water cards, it feels like you've overlapped a little bit. I mean, yeah, feel free to check out your sun, moon and rising. You might have more water in your chart. But it really feels like there's some common ground with some of your other water signs. You might want to check those readings out as well. So you've got the Hermit card, the Judgment card. They had both of those in their readings. It's slightly different for you though. I am seeing a slightly different tone, but there are some similarities. So I talked about this month of relaxing, taking time off. Maybe some of you have got leave coming up. I certainly have. So, and this 5 of Wands, the first card up, it's in reverse. So it's like taking a rest. It's a wonderful energy. Like, this is fire energy with these wands. When we're motivated, passionate, we're getting out there, we're doing stuff, we're saying stuff, we're being part of stuff. That's a great thing to do as well. But in this energy, it's just saying, yeah, there's plenty of time for that. But this month, we want you to just chill. There is something brewing, I think, for some of my Scorpios, where maybe you need to conserve your energy ready for this next stage you're going into. Because there is something about to change. Page of Swords in reverse. Again, this is like taking a rest from social media. Or taking a rest from being seen. That can mean lots of different things for different people, can't it? So if you're somebody that constantly posts on pictures of yourself or what you're doing or where you're going, it's like saying, like, just switch everything off. Turn it all off and just go out and be you. Or give the people around you this rest from needing you to be this person that's constantly the life and soul of everything. You're the planner, you're the instigator, you're the person that comes in, sorts things out, bang, 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 that. It's asking you, not this month, please. No, it's time to rest. It's time to engage less. This is the Hermit card, the card of Virgo. Maybe somebody really important in the sign of Virgo is around you this month, Scorpio. I know they are for me. if you're watching, doll. This is a bit of me and you time. But if this is a partner or somebody, it's like you're going to go and kind of switch off, retreat a little bit, maybe with this person or with this introspective energy, where you kind of care less what other people think of what you look like or what you say or what you do. It's just, this is a real time of you just being present for you. Okay, next we have the Judgment card. Well, for me, this is your energy anyway. You know, as Scorpios, we are constantly having these light bulb moments. We're constantly illuminating certain patterns in our own life or relationships or knowledge. We're always learning. We're always, you know, looking to expand. We have these like moments of clarity and like we have these epiphanies, but we have them a lot. I would say, like, as a lot of signs, we have a lot of realizations, because I spoke about this kind of potential to have the power of our minds. You know, we're in control of our heart and our minds. We understand certain parts of ourselves, and we're really open to learning. We always want to kind of do well, or we want to understand things or people or places, and we want to achieve. And this is saying that there's going to be a lot of these aha moments, because we're just about to go on something very new, different stage, you know. We are going to enter into something that, I don't know, feels like somewhere we've not been before. Maybe you're going to go away or be traveling, and you're going to experience cultures and people and things that you haven't before. It's going to be really, really good for you. So next we have this Fool card. I love the Fool card. It's one of my favourite cards. It's this, let me just take on the world. Let me take on life. I'm grateful. I'm hopeful. I am positive. I do not know where this could end, but I am dancing in the sunshine and prepared to take the next risk. You are prepared to take the next risk because actually, in balance, all the other things in your life are feeling really good at the moment. So it's like you have this sense of inner stability and security, and this could be that you're happy in your job at the moment, or you're kind of enjoying the people in your work, or you're enjoying the loves in your life and the family members. And it's just really this coming together and spending time, but knowing that something very different is flowering for you, is coming into bloom. Some of you, if you're doing sort of like online businesses, it feels like you're just about to take the next sort of leap, or you're going to go on the next journey of that. And that's going to be really good. It's going to be prosperous and quite abundant for you. It's going to really be a time of listening. You know, we spoke about these light bulb moments, but it's like eyes open, ears open, be aware, listen to what's going on around you, because there's quite a lot going on for you in this month of September. And the universe sort of almost don't want you to miss anything. They don't want you to miss out on anything, which is interesting, because as I say that, we have this Two of Cups. Beautiful, loving energy, divine partnership, coming into union with each other. This is definitely your water energy, your emotions, your cup feeling full. And this means a lot of self-love, a lot of love for those people around you. And respect, you know, this balanced element of respect. But I feel like September is going to be a really emotional month for you, Scorpio. Emotional, powerful, exciting. Yeah, I feel like some of you are going away, or you're going to be on holiday. This couple are sat on this beach. Maybe you're going to meet somebody on a beach or somewhere far away. But it's like two energies coming together, finding each other. It's like this perfect fit. Exciting, Scorpio. Are you going to find your perfect fit this month? Or maybe you took a risk, and in taking that risk, you're finding that it's opened up this whole new group of people for you and experiences which is really exciting. They said to me as well, there's this feeling of coming home. Of coming home within someone else's energy. There's also a message within this earth and water together, combined. Because when you think about it, if we see any sort of water element, like a river or the sea, or, you know, it very much works alongside the land, doesn't it? The sand and the sand on the beach, rather, and the waves from the sea, they kind of work well together, don't they? They're essential for each other to sort of thrive. They need each other to create this wonderful environment that where we go and we enjoy and have fun. It feels like this could be a metaphorical landscape. This could be a meaning of a person, or how, you know, like when we go to the beach or when the sun's shining, most of us anyway, it makes us feel good, it makes us feel alive, it makes us feel at one with earth and nature. And for some, this is going to be like a sensual experience rather than a specific place. So I feel like someone's going to have some sensual experience with another that's going to be really rather amazing. How fun is that? Gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to pull you this affirmation card, Scorpios. And your affirmation says, I am a magnet for luck and good fortune. There's really a note around at the moment that I felt I wanted to express on a few of my other platforms and my channels. Is this idea, Scorpios, for you? September feels like I keep saying about how there's going to be like good fortune, or there's going to be some change, it's going to be exciting, or it's going to be really good for you. And I feel like that could be a financial gain. There is no pentacles in your reading either, so it talks about emotion, it talks about major changes. But yeah, it feels like you are going to feel abundant in some way, and that can be in beautiful luck, things just falling into place for you, timing, right person, right place, you know, this type of energy. Or this could literally be a good fortune in a monetary sense. Anyway, I wish you a beautiful month and I wish you well. I hope you have fun and experience lots of luck, fortune, abundance, prosperity, and good times. Take care, Scorpio.